Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This weekend, since the restrictions for COVID are starting to open up a little bit, we decided to finally head out on a car camping / overlanding trip. As you can see, we got Katie here and good old Bernie.
Good boy.
I don't know about you all, but we've been feeling a little cabin fever, being cooped up at home, not being able to go out. So
This will be our first family camping trip in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. And definitely looking forward to it.
And we're gonna,
Yeah.
We're gonna meet up with a couple buddies, our friends.
Yep, we're gonna meet up with some friends. And I do get a lot of questions, actually quite frequently, about how we find campgrounds. Sometimes we'll look at maps, sometimes we'll do some research. But this time around, our buddies Charles and Robert already went to a campground last night, and they sent me through their Garmin, through a satellite messaging system, a drop point for where they're stationed at. So we're gonna go and meet up with them at the base camp there, and then just have a good time. So sometimes you can do that too, have friends or family go somewhere first and drop you a pin, and that's one method as well.
We're gonna be safe, but we need to get out of the house.
Yeah, and some people like to be isolated, to be by themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you've been following my channel, by the way, like I said on Instagram, I do have behind the scenes stuff and just kind of give you guys up to date on more real-time stuff. But if you've been following along, of course, we did have some big changes. We did move.
The house is so nice.
Yeah, I did get a lift on the truck on Shadow, and I have a couple of new gear that I'm testing out that I'll introduce you guys to. I just kind of show you later on. I haven't formulated any opinions on it yet. We're just gonna test it out.
And guess what, guys? What time is it?
It's 10 o'clock.
Coffee time.
Okay, so she loves a place called Black Rock, so we're gonna drop by there first, get some coffee on the way, and get some food and all that stuff. So we'll catch you guys later. Bye. Alright, hey guys, so we finally made it to camp. Not too far from us actually, it's near our local national forest. So we're at a dispersed campground here, and we met up with our friends Robert and Charles. We just set up camp.
Yep.
So
we're right by the river. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's peaceful, and I'm looking forward to just kind of listening to the water and going to sleep tonight too.
Yeah,
it's been a while, so we're definitely grateful for this.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Yeah, and it's been a while since Katie came out camping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, so this is where we're situated. We're kind of next to this stream or this river. You can see it looks freaking awesome with the lift now. It took a little bit of off-roading to get to this campsite, but as you can see, no issues. We got proper clearance. Here we go, we got the iCamper set up over there. And then I always have the Claymore 3-phase hooked up by a magnet on the side so that I can turn it on for nighttime light around camp area. And then of course we got the iCamper here. Not too long from now, I'm gonna give you guys a little review on this last US bag. Now this is my replacement to the Trasharoo, and I freaking love it. So I'll give you, kind of like a more in-depth review and tour about it. And for this trip, we kind of kept it easy and light. We didn't go too crazy. Since we're only doing a one-nighter, we decided to bring a cooler instead. This is that Sport Near cooler. We're able to just keep some of our food and drinks in here. You can see it looks very similar to another few brands, but this is what we got here. We just got like a fruit bowl, we got some sandwiches. Because we want to just keep it simple and easy going tonight, we didn't bring any food to cook. We just brought stuff that we can, just take out of packaging and eat. For those of you, I know I get people just asking what I'm drinking all the time, but today I'm having this Fat Tire Amber Ale. Bring it right there. This is how my loadout looks like in the truck bed tonight. Pretty much simple. So, of course, my tripod, got my traction boards, I got the shovel there. In that tote, I got some recovery gear. I got my Hydro Blue water, the water jug. And then I got my Viair tire inflator and deflator, just in case I need to do that air down on some of the roads. But I didn't have to do that yet. And of course, I do have the portable campfire pit, but our friends did bring their own campfire pit and we're just using the campsite campfire pit or the dispersed campground campfire pit for tonight. Also, sometimes I vary what I keep inside the deck drawer when we go camping. For this trip, it was just pretty much straightforward stuff. I have my iCamper awning here. I have a little fold-out table, and then I have another smaller seat that we take out that I brought just in case, and some miscellaneous stuff. And for this, just miscellaneous stuff in here. I got a bottle of water, got an axe, got another axe, and then in here for this weekend, just in case if we decide to just practice or whatever, I brought a case for my AR pistol in here, so it fits perfectly inside. And the cool thing about this is it does have an optional lock, so I have keys to lock this if I want to keep this truck bed open. But usually what I do is I just close this up and I lock it up. So I don't always bring these things inside the drawer. Sometimes I'll bring, instead of the rifle, I'll bring like a Camp Chef stove or something else. So that's what it is. And as you can see, there's going to be a change coming as far as the bed rack as well. So that's next on the list. I got a few things on the list that's high priority, which is the rack and bumper. So we're going to try to work on that in a little bit. Later on, I'm going to show you what I'm using for power management here. Like I said, it's in a testing phase, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But aside from that, this is our little campsite. We're glad to be out. It feels really refreshing. The wind is good. The breeze is nice. It's about 70 degrees out here right now. Yeah, very therapeutic coming out.
Well, the thing is like if we're sitting and we hear that there's an event like, let's say, the Pacific Northwest Overland Rally, and we want to go to it, all we have to do is head up there, do that.
So this is Charles' rig over here. As you can see, it's on a Tacoma. I'm gonna surprise you with this, but
well, now it's a mess. I wish I would have cleaned it up.
It's all good, but this is real life stuff. You're not gonna see anything artificial, nothing plastic. This is real life stuff. You come out, you go out camping, enjoy nature, and most often than not, this is how your setup is gonna look like. I know mine is sometimes more messier than this. This is actually pretty neat.
Well, we just made some guacamole. Yeah, this is how it looks when you're cooking.
But that's right. Let me introduce you guys to Charles. This is Charles, and he has a YouTube channel that he's just starting, and he's doing some adventures with this rig. And I'll give you some more information on this rig later, but you want to introduce yourself and your channel?
My name's Charles, and my channel is ADV with Roscoe. I do skiing videos, motorcycles, overlanding. I just get outside and play and have fun with my truck in nature.
Now, this build, was this something you put together? Yeah, in your planning?
I bought this truck new in 2006, and I ran it until about 4 years ago, bone stock with just a canopy. I slept in the back. I had a ski box on the top and bike rack on the top. And then I think a year ago, I had Wanderlust Overland do the suspension and went with Old Man Emu, bought the camper, and it's just grown from there, and the fun has just grown. It's fantastic.
Right, and this is basically your adventure rig, right?
This is my adventure rig. I have an everyday driver at home. I only use this for these sort of things, yes.
So on your channel, what kind of content can people expect when they visit?
A lot of cooking. I like to cook on the Timbo Scottle, and then there'll be my poodle. I have a young poodle puppy, 14 weeks old. You'll see a lot of him growing up. You'll see a lot of motorcycle riding and just hanging out with friends in the desert. All right, what I got is, well, I have my kitchen set up. I built this table for just this. That's what you see here. I have my water, roto packs, and this front runner utensil organizer is fantastic. This thing is a lifesaver. It's great. I have the tire table, CVT awning, and because I'm a plumber, I built the rack out of copper pipe because it's the media I know. Inside, I'll show you what's inside. Sorry, it's a mess in here as well. But I installed the diesel heater. I have the Domatic 65 refrigerator. and a Goal Zero 1000 lithium battery. And the table folds down to the bed. I keep all my cooking and bedding supplies up top, and I don't hang out in here much unless it's snowing or raining. I spend most of my time outside.
And how long would this kind of setup last you out in the middle of nowhere, self-sufficient wise?
I can go a little over 4 days with the Goal Zero just running the refrigerator. Now in the wintertime when I have to run the heater, that cuts down to about 2.5 days.
Nice.
If I have no solar, so the only way that Goal Zero is charged is when I'm plugged into the house or driving the truck. So if I'm parked at a ski area for 3 days, it's time to start charging.
Yeah, check out his channel, guys. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down below.
Hey, thanks,
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So for Katie and I, it's dinner. And what we decided to do was just keep it simple. So like I showed you guys earlier in the cooler, I just picked up sliders, roast beef sliders. And Katie, she wanted to stay healthy and made a salad. We got smoke coming in.
Ash is in the salad. I got.
So what kind of salad did you make?
It's a spring mix of bed of lettuce, and then I added cucumbers, tomatoes, and avocado.
So she's keeping it simple and healthy. So you can, you know, I mean, when you go out, there's so many different ways to sustain and eat. For me, I did it just keeping it simple and lazy. Katie, she put some effort in at home and made something to eat out at camp. So there's really no wrong way to eat and enjoy your food and your meals at camp.
I forgot my croutons, but
She forgot her croutons, but she did bring her salad dressing.
I did. I like the Goddess, Annie's Goddess. If anyone's had it, you know what I'm talking about.
So we're out just still hanging out, and we're gonna get some food in. It's about 5:30 and the sun has gone over the horizon and it's starting to cool down a little bit, so we're just gonna chill around the fire. Charles is just making up a whole bunch of food. Maybe I'll just show you guys some of that. But yeah, we're gonna hang out and eat for a little bit.
Edward, have I told you about the great lighter from Timbo Tusk?
The lighter? You got a lighter now?
It said, hey, that's my friend Charles Lozier. That's the reason why I have a Scotto. So 2 days later, I get home from work and I walk up to my door and there's a box that says Timbo on it. And I went like this.
But you didn't know what it was.
I didn't order anything. And I was like, I just got some. And I opened up and there was this.
About the box.
Yeah, there's a lighter. It's all because my friend said that's the reason why I got one. He lives on the East Coast.
You dropped it?
If you don't like it, you don't have to throw it on the ground.
No, don't eat that.
Just throw it in the fire.
Why?
It's fine. I will throw it in the fire.
You know you didn't do that on purpose. If you did it on purpose, then you got to eat it.
I
But
would have still ate it, guys.
Not too hot.
Wow. Mushrooms is my favorite in the world.
yeah, Katie loves mushrooms.
Janice makes wicked good stuff with mushrooms.
That was very New England. Wicked good.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Wicked piss.
What do you think of those apples? They're wicked good.
I can believe I dropped it.
Cheers to Charles.
Slides off the fork real easy. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Not bad. Not bad for a half breed.
Look at these scavengers.
Oh man, that is good. All right, Charles, you gotta tell us what's in this thing.
Well, the secret ingredient is butter, Ritz crackers, and a little clam, and some hot sauce.
Nice. I didn't even put the hot sauce in. It's so good. Good stuff.
The mushroom is perfectly cooked. Like,
You guys, that's some of the stuff you're gonna see Charles do on his channel. I hope you put some of that in your channel.
I hope so. I didn't film any of that, but next time.
Yeah.
Adventures Roscoe, Banana Foster,
Banana Foster. Mm-hmm.
calling out Mario. Alright, good morning everyone. So it was the first night in a long time having a camp night out, and it was pretty good. One thing I'd like to mention is that we forgot to bring our Exped Duo air mattress for the sleeping bag, so we have to sleep on the regular mattress for the iCamper tent. Now I'm gonna do a 6-month review on the iCamper soon, and I am gonna mention why we use the air pad on the tent. Also, it's Bernie's birthday today.
Yes.
He turned 2 today, so happy birthday to Bernie.
Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday, Bernie.
He's curled up, little tinty.
Happy birthday, boy. Again?
Well, hi, Bernie. Hi, Bernie.
Alright guys, a quick update on the first impressions of this power bank. If you follow me on Instagram, I did put up a story about an unboxing of this, and this is like a 500 watt hour power bank, similar to like a Jackery 500. But a good point that my friend Jason pointed out is that AC out on this is, if you can see here, is 300 watts, whereas the Jackery is 500 watts. But aside from that, it's a pretty interesting little thing. It has, of course, you got your 12 volt here. It has actually a plug to cover it, and you got a DC out, 2 12 volts. You got 220 volt AC outs, and then you got your USB-C, and you got 4 USB right here. And of course, as you can see, you got your gauge right there. Another cool thing is that it has a wireless phone charger on top as a base, so you can put that on there. And the interesting thing about this is it has a true SOS strobe, as well as light that takes up the top half of this power bank, which is pretty cool. And also it has this everything that you see in orange here is like a rubber coating, so I'm guessing that's for like maybe impacts or any kind of bumping around, which is pretty cool, because if I load up something in my rig, sometimes things get tossed around. For me, a good use for me on this power bank so far, based on my first initial impression, is that this is a good power bank to bring with you inside the tent. You know, it has a phone charger, so you don't have to worry about bringing extra wires. If you want to just charge your phone inside your tent, just put it on top over here. But as far as like power goes, since it's only limited to 300 watt hours or 300 watts out, I can't, for example, on my previous camping trip with Katie, we hooked up a rice cooker and cooked up rice. You can't do that because it takes more than 300 watts to power a rice cooker. So things like that, there's some limitations, but for the size, the compactness, portability, and the amount of power it can give, and the functionality, I think it'd be good inside the tent use so far. But on a future video, I'm going to compare 3 different types of power banks and give my thoughts on those. But just want to kind of give you guys an update on that as well.
guys. Good boy.
So overall, we had a great time, hanging out with some great friends, enjoying some awesome food, and just being surrounded by a beautiful environment and being blessed with the great weather. Of course, in all of this, we did maintain the 6-foot rule for social distancing. And with all that's going on, safety is definitely the first priority. But with that said, if you are able to, and if your state allows, I definitely suggest that you do go out and just take in all of the therapy that nature provides. After all, that is the main reason we are all outfitting our rigs or getting gear so that we can prepare ourselves to enjoy what Mother Nature has to offer. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave in the comment section down below. I love reading all your comments, as well as try to answer as many questions as I can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. There's plenty of more videos like this coming your way. But most importantly, I want to thank you for making it all this way and accompanying me on this adventure. And as always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time.